Hi everyone, this is audap. Let's continue our game of Asdivine Menace on Nintendo Switch. We're Granite Mountain, northeast of here. Okay. I see. Keith is only in our party in spirit. You there, this place is off limits. Wait. Chief, what are you doing here? These are my friends, and they've come to do some investigation on the mountain. Because of that, I need you to let them through. However, you don't have to worry about them trying to make off with anything. They're not that type. If you say so, but only this once. Thanks for your understanding. I take it you can handle the rest by yourselves? Yes, we appreciate your help. Thank you. You're welcome. While I'd love to go with you myself, I think it's best I bowed out. The two of you be careful now. Did something happen? It seems I can't hide anything from you, can I? How long have we known each other? You're right. Actually, my great-grandson ran away from home and his elder sister went in search of him, but she hasn't returned either. Luckily, the two of them are as tough as nails, so I don't imagine they'll have any problems with monsters. Even so, I'm somewhat worried. Keith. Typical family problems, I guess. It's probably best you forgot I brought the matter up, as they tend to resolve themselves given enough time. Anyhow, I should be getting home. If you need anything else, please come see me. Again. But what about the monsters on the way back? You've got nothing to worry about there. I can easily deal with any in these parts with my bare hands. That said, let's visit again sometime when you're in the neighborhood. That's terrible about his missing family. If he says there's nothing to worry about, then he's probably right. Let's focus on what we're here for. Right. You too. There's been a number of tests involving crystals in the mountain recently. I'm not saying I suspect you, since the real criminals may be inside. Just be aware. We'll do that. Izayoi, does this mean my crystal could be... I don't know if it's been taken or not. However, if there are thieves, if the thieves are there, they may already have it. Let's hurry and find out for sure. Yes, let's. I'm jealous of you guys are such good friends with Keith. That's because he's known as a hero to all of us. If you run across any suspicious individuals in the mountain, quietly slip away and come let us know. Treasure chest down there. We should be able to reach it by jumping down from here. From here? Izayoi, wait! Are you okay? Of course, now hop down yourself. But, if you need me to, I'll catch you. Okay, here I go. It wasn't as high as you thought, was it? No, it wasn't. My feet's a little numb from the shock, but that's all. We can do this elsewhere to save time in the future when we need it. I'll try to remember that. And there's serve right there, but okay. Let's make it. Are you alright? Somehow. Oh no, what happened to me? I can't see myself anymore. Calm down and look again. You should be able to see yourself if you focus. Oh, you're right. What is this place? It appears to be some sort of strange passageway. It's called the secret passage. Look at the walls closely and you'll see they're different from the others. Yes, they do appear to have a slight indentation, don't they? That's the mark of a secret passage. At the end of the passages like this one, there are usually rooms with treasure chests in them. You can find them not only in dungeons, but also in towns and villages. Try to keep an eye out for them from now on. I'll do my best. There are some suspicious fellows up ahead. Let's find out what they're up to. Wowee, check out this chunk of crystal. Sucker's gotta be worth a fortune. Ah, somebody find us. Give that back, it belongs to me. Where's your proof? I don't see your name anywhere. What am I gonna do? I forgot to write my name on it. Is crystal's really something you sign your name onto to begin with? They aren't? Actually, I don't know myself. These two complete idiots? Sounds like it to me. Now it's best we stake our claim. You don't got any proof it's yours, then you can't have it. It also means this crystal is ours. But... look, the Mercus. Yikes! I'm not sure. Must have been attracted by the crystal. If you're going to run, you better do it now. You're only saying that because you want to swipe our crystal. Ah! Hey, that's ours. Yikes, never mind. At this rate, we're going to feed lunch for that thing. Just forget about it. Let's get out of here. Don't gotta tell me twice. Whoop, 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 whoop. Wait! Tona, we need to deal with the monster first. Right. Like our monster sounds. What a manly attack. Tona, did you find the crystal? Oh, yes. Huh? Taking a closer look, this one isn't actually mine at all. It felt as if it was too weak for use for interworld communication at first, and it seems I was right. Huck, where are you? At your service, Master. Store this one somewhere safe. You got it. Don't get too down on yourself. We'll find it. I believe you, but you're concerned about the mark. I always knew humans could create it, but seeing up close for real is terrifying. On the other hand, do you think we were right letting those two crooks get away? It's not our job to meddle in the affairs of humans. They're able to handle things themselves. Speaking of the mark, though, until not long ago, I'd been denying it myself. The reason being, it infects plants and animals and turns them into monsters. That's also why I dislike humans. However, after a series of trying events, I was forced to reconsider things. You mean what happened 100 years ago? Yes. After losing everything dear to him, a man by the name of Odium came to despise me. It was also because I denied the Merc, a doppelganger of myself named Adus, come into being. It was due to this many lives were lost. And why many of those dear to me are no more. However, not everything was a total loss. Your memory will never be forgotten by us. You will be remembered as the one who opposed and took much from us. And also the one who made us realize what was truly important. For that you will never be forgotten, and your existence will continue to live on in our memories. Deity, spirits, humans, birth and death, life and the Merc. Through our battles together, and with them, we've learned much. Those were invaluable experiences, and I believe Asdivine exists today because of what we learned from them. Tona, I don't intend to deny how you see things. It's perfectly alright if you fear the Merc. However, labeling it while failing to understand it will only blind you to the truth of other things. Don't be bound by your experience from the past, and look to the future as you make your own path. There may also be something best not known, however. I'm sorry, but I couldn't hear what you said. It's nothing. What I wanted to say was not quite thinking for myself. Of course, in the end, these are my own thoughts. You've no obligation to conform to anything I say. No, I think I'm starting to understand where you're coming from. To me, the Merc is still terrifying. But instead of cowering forever, I believe I should move forward in order to become stronger. I think so too as well. Anyway, since we don't have to worry about your crystal being stolen anymore, we should go. Are you ready? I am whenever you are. Wow, look at that. Look at the huge spirit tree here. It belongs to the shadow spirit, Minerva. It should be about 200 years old. Then that would mean she's younger than me. What's that look for? Don't tell me you thought I was a child. That's amazing. You have the power to read minds? You are terrible. I was only joking, and you were totally thinking it all along. Is that a bad thing? Huh? Huh? Are you there? Or are you here? Sorry to keep you waiting, Izayoi. It is a pleasure to meet you. I am the Shadow Spirit, Minerva. You are the Light Spirit from Estrella, I presume. Yes, that's right. My name is Rotona. Radcliffe, please bring that here. This must belong to you, then. My crystal, thank you. To be so careless as to lose something entrusted to you by your own deity. What were you thinking? I'm sorry. I appreciate your help, Minerva. I merely returned what was found by one of my sprites. Even so, you've been a great help. Be sure to thank your helper later when you get the chance. I will do that. Izayoi, now, since you have the crystal, why don't you try contacting Estrella? Good idea. Would you do that for me, Rotona? Of course. Huh? I'm guessing you can't communicate. Freya, you're knowledgeable about crystals, if I remember right, aren't you? Yes, let me have a look at that if you would. It appears to have been damaged by a powerful shot of magic. Do you recall anything like that happening? A powerful shot of magic? Yes, I did get hit by something like that crossing between Estrella and Asdivine. Do you know what did it? Actually, no. I was running so fast to get away, I couldn't see what kind of monster it was. Izayoi. On the galaxy bridge, which connects our worlds, there shouldn't be any monsters whatsoever. However, if the situation has deteriorated this badly, Venera has had to warn it. However, if the situation has deteriorated this badly, Venera has had to warn us. It shouldn't come as a surprise these instances have started occurring. I see what you mean. Although it worries me more, you're unable to communicate with her. It doesn't me. Venera may have already begun to plan by now. Rotona, were you given any instructions in the case of an emergency? Actually, yes. Let me play them for you. I know it has been a while since we last communicated, Izayoi. It is I, Venera. As you may have already learned from my messenger, I have foreseen our worlds enveloped in the murk in vision, and the entire destruction of our future. While the origin of the murk is unknown to me at this time, we deities must unite, and your power to purify will be indispensable. If you are listening to this recording right now, it means you are unable to receive the crystal I sent. With that being so, I propose to have either my messenger or one of my own spirits from Asdivine bring a telecrystal to Estrella. We can speak directly then. I will be awaiting your contact. The crystal broke! It must have exhausted its magic. What's the plan now, Izayoi? I can have a telecrystal prepared right away if necessary. I think it's best if I go to Estrella myself. What? Does that mean you'll come with me? It does. I fear what could happen if I let you attempt to return to Estrella alone at this time. Then, thank you. You know you can't just up and leave Asdivine, Izayoi. I'm sorry, this is all my fault. Why can't I? How could you be asking such a silly question? What kind of deity tosses his responsibility for his world by the wayside without a second thought? I only intend to be gone for a short while. Besides, it's not the first time I have left this world before. You know that because you went with me the last time. The situation is different than it was then. I'm not sure it was 1300 years ago. Did I ask you to divulge my age to everyone? But to be more accurate, it was only 1200 years ago. Please don't make me any older than I already am. Does 100 years make such a difference? Are you honestly saying that to a woman? That sounds to me like some lashings are in order. Please, stop all this. Rotona? I'm sorry, this was all my fault for being so careless. I should have thought this through before asking you to come with me. Rotona, that's not what this is about. It's okay, really. Besides, I am the light deity of Estrella. No matter what happens, I'll deliver that telecrystal to Venera. That's why I asked you to please stop fighting. I'm sorry for any trouble I've caused you. Rotona. It seems I lost my cool. Please don't stare at the ground like that, Rotona. But, Izayoi, you said you would go see Venera directly. I suspect there's a reason for that. Yes, she seems to have been affected similarly to the way you were in the Battle of Cameria. Though it has been 100 years since, you yourselves still can't bear powerful magic that flows on Galaxy Bridge in order to cross between worlds. This is why I can't let you go. Even Freya can't handle it? Fortunately, no. Venera had perhaps thought Freya to be the best for the job, but we haven't corresponded since the incident. She may also not know the effects are as bad as they are. While I'm gone, I'd like you three to look after Asdivine. If you send the word to Yggdrasil through Freya, it should be sublimated. Now, can I have you do this? It looks like all we can do is help, doesn't it? We'll do as you requested. Please leave everything to us. Well, if you really think that's best, still, I'd be sad with you gone. I appreciate it. There you have it, Rotona. I really don't want to inconvenience you, and you're not going anywhere by yourself. When I say this, it doesn't mean I'm making light of your abilities either. The effects of the Merc have already increased, and you were attacked once before. If Venera knew that, she'd never let you go anywhere by yourself. Now, let's go together. I have your back. And I have yours too. It sounds like we're both covered then. It does, doesn't it? Not sure I like how chummy these two seem together. Jealousy is pitiful to watch, Iris. In the meantime, I'll look for a suitable telecrystal. If you had no way to communicate with us, that would be especially problematic. I'm counting on it. We'll head for the gate now. Then we'll meet you there later. Iris, Minerva, let's go. Right. Let's get ready and head to Lilac Temple. We'll also need a ferry to cross Mataro Lake, so it's back to the guild for that. Okay, lead the way. Latona, there's a woman named Scuttle who lives here. She should be able to get us close to the Lilac Temple using her ferry. Okay, but why can't you ask Anchor? There's some thick vegetation growing in the water around the palace, around the place, and he doesn't like having to deal with it, so he only uses routes he's decided on. It sounds like the life of a ferryman can be hard sometimes. I'm sure it can be. Now, once we finish getting prepared, let's go see Scuttle. Yes, let's. What happened? My brother Jay's gone. When I asked him to tell me about his next adventure, he went to Granite Mountain and hasn't come back. He must have been eaten by a monster. Wah. I'll go look for him. I'm sure he's fine. Really? It was Granite Mountain, right? Then wait here. Okay, but please find him. Everybody else got a problem. that boy doing there? Looks like he needs help. Are you Jay? Your little sister has been looking for you. Amelia has? Yes. Now stay right there while we take care of this monster. All right. Let's do this. You people sure are tough. You're especially strong, mister. Do you think so? Yep, you're the toughest I've ever... So, you were here after all. Keith. Keith! Why are you here? Because I couldn't ignore the cries of a young girl worried about her brother might be in danger. He's fine. However, since you're here, can we have you take him back with you? That shouldn't be a problem. Come with me, Jay. It's time we got you home. Thanks for saving me from that monster. For being so young, his sister did an excellent job of asking for help. Be sure you don't forget to report back to her. We'll be sure not to. Jay's back and he's alive. Fortunately, you came when you did, Izayoi. Otherwise, Jay here may have been eaten. If you had just let me fight by myself, I could have beaten that monster. Jay! Hahaha, I'm sure you could have. And while I think it's praiseworthy to try and delight your sister, your own efforts were also impressive. But you shouldn't allow yourself to get careless. If you haven't noticed, Amelia was so worried about you. I thought you got eaten by a monster, that's why I'm sorry if I made you worry. Jay, you're still younger yourself, and there are many things you can't do alone. But as you mature, you will grow taller and stronger. I imagine that when that time comes, you'll be able to deal with any monster that crosses your path. You'll also be able to travel further from the village, and even take Amelia along with you. Nonetheless, I suggest you study first and learn those things you need to become an adult. But I want to go with you too, Jay. Will you take me with you when you get older? If that's what you really want. Keith, Izayoi, thanks for saving me, and I promise not to do anything dumb like that again. I'll take you at your word. For helping to bring back my big brother, I want to give you these. Let's go home, Jay. Alright. I'm surprised he dared to go to the mountain alone. That's because those two children are very much alike. Alike who? Maybe I should tell you from the past about a young boy and his sister. They were abandoned in front of a certain village, and while they had no blood relation to anyone there, the village chief took them in and raised them. These two siblings also love stories about adventurers. Monsters, dark caves, golden treasures. They soon became engrossed in the adventures they heard. Then one day, they decided they wanted to go on an adventure themselves, but due to his sister's sickly condition, the brother set out on his own. Sadly, he was soon to find out his adventures did not go like the ones he heard about in his books. Yet knowing he couldn't go home without one, he persevered. But one day he received word his sister's illness had suddenly worsened. He rushed home to be at her side, only to find her life hung by a mere thread. In her weakest voice, she pestered him for a story, yet the brother didn't know what to do. He had no grand adventure himself, so he did what only a fool would. He recited one he had read in a book many years earlier. He knew it wasn't truth, but he did it anyway, thinking it was for the best. That is, until he saw the picture she had drawn before her passing. The hero in the picture was none other than the brother himself. Moreover, the enemy he had defeated was not a great dragon, but rather a small monster, and the treasure he had found, a paltry few coins. It was not the story of a grand adventure his sister had been seeking, but rather one of courage. As long as he was the hero in it, nothing else mattered to her. I take it you're speaking about yourself? I regret it even to this day. I wish I hadn't told her a lie, but the truth instead, about all my hardships. Anyhow, I'm sorry to be carrying on like this. And who knows what will happen in the future, but I feel those two siblings will share a wonderful adventure together one day. It's also because you gave them a future, Izayoi. I thank you for that. Now I should be going myself. If you need to speak with me ever, I hope you'll stop by. Yeah, again, this is why I like these games. Not because of the fancy graphics, which they don't have. They have some fairly complex systems, but not anything that's really terribly complicated or anything that you have to really write home about. But it's just the characterizations and the stories and the plot. I think those are all really well done. Well, hi, Izayoi. Do you need a lift somewhere? To Work Cave on the northern continent, if that's not a problem. Not at all, but what do you plan to do all the way out there? Actually, Rotona, humans can't see or sense the temple. It's no different than in Estrella. Oh, that's right, isn't it? I see now. You're taking this girl out on a date to a romantic spot on Petaro Lake, aren't you? You sly dog, Izayoi. Date? No, we're not like that. There's no need to be embarrassed. I'm not going to tell anyone. Like I just said, we're not like that. I don't get what this is all about. Anyway, I would be more than glad to take you there if that's what it's for. So are you ready to go now? Yes, let's go. Rightio. Now get ready for the express ride of your life. Here we are. Now if you need to get back, I'll hang this whistle here on the signpost. Just give it the thing a good toot, and I'll come for you. We'll do that. Now, the two of you have fun. I told you before, it's not like that. Why won't you listen? Don't mind her. She said the same thing when she saw me with Iris in the river before. She probably just likes to tease. It doesn't bother you? Why should it? Never mind. Let's just enter Lilac Temple. This is the gate that connects with Asdivine, and the other you mustn't come. This is the gate that connects with Asdivine, and the one you must have come through originally. It does look familiar now that you mention it. Izayoi, I'm sorry to have kept you waiting. Were you able to find the crystal for me like I asked? Yes, it's right here. Oh, they don't even get character portraits. That's how you know they're not going to be in the story. I cast a spell on it, so we would be able to communicate through it. But given it was my first time doing so, whether it actually worked or not is a different matter. You've done plenty. If I have any problems with it, I'll try making some adjustments to it myself. And I'm sure everything will be fine. Oh, Izayoi, you should write your name on it. Yes, that might be wise. Your name? Do you have anything to write with, Iris? You betcha. It ain't perfect. It's the perfect item, too. Ta-da! This is my patented magic marker. And wouldn't you know it, stuff written with this puppy has a super hard time coming off. In fact, I'll even give it to you for the road. I appreciate it. You're totally welcome, Tiki. Do not tell me this is another one of your crazy inventions. Crazy? Why do you have to be so rude like that? Fine, I'll be more polite and refer to it as odd. That's much better. I'm not sure there's much difference between the two. Let's hope this is good enough. It looks perfect. Did you really write your name on that crystal? I did. It would be terrible for him to lose it without anyone knowing who to return it to, don't you think? Hearing that makes me start to worry. Alright, Rotona, it's about time we head out. Yes, I think so too. Rotona? Yes? Ah! Looks like that probably hurt. What were you thinking yelling to her so suddenly like that, Iris? Just gonna tell her to take care is all. She really fell flat on her face, didn't she? Yes, I've seen it happen several times before. And what are you saying? And what you're saying is she's a natural klutz? This makes me twice as worried about letting you go, Izayoi. And I must admit I did witness her strong will as a spirit back on Grandin Mountain. That's why I ask you, please protect her, Izayoi. You have my word. As for Asdivine, I entrust its safety to your hands. Please leave everything to us. Don't be gone too long, Izayoi. I don't expect to be. Are you all right? I'm sorry I keep doing that. After Iris and the others saw me fall on my face, they must think I'm hopelessly unreliable. It's doubtful. I'm sure they recognize your good points. Izayoi. In any case, we've arrived at Galaxy Ridge, yet I don't sense any monsters. Then again, I've never seen any here either. That's what I was told by Venera too, and why I got careless. Without knowing who we're up against, we'll have to stay on our guard. Now, let's head to Estrella. The gate was to the south, was it? That's right. And that's where we're going. Alright, why don't we stop it there? This is Apostrophe. You've been watching Asdivine Menace on Nintendo Switch. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.